You ready? You ready to say hi? Look. Well, hello, Lambda Lambs. Welcome back to another episode of What the F with Sunny LaRue and special guests, the princess herself, Diamond Pearl Leia. We're back again to give you an update on Richard Simmons. But before we get into it, you guys know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to click that notification bell so you won't miss out on when we post new episodes. Right, Diamond? It is the freest and easiest way to support the channel. And if you want to follow me on social media, I'm on all platforms. My handle is at SunnyLaRue17 or simply Google SunnyLaRue17. And all of my information will come up for you guys to follow that way. Now, let's get into this because Richard Simmons seemingly woke up and he's giving all kinds of updates because now he wants to be left alone once and for all. So you and we're going to talk about it. Okay. So Richard Simmons came out of retirement. Not in public, but through his reps. He's put out a statement on his Facebook account. And he's telling all of us fans, you out there, I'm fine and I'm happy. Okay. And he goes on to say, in regards to why he's not giving interviews, he goes, right now, I don't want to do them. In other words, leave me the F alone. Okay. I'm done. I just want to be a hermit, hide out in my home, and watch the world go by. I have that right. And yes, you do, Richard Simmons, you do. But you have fans out here who love you and miss you. You have, women who are on the hefty side that don't want to take Ozempic and take all these other drugs and rather watch you give them exercise tips. I know you're 75, but you're in shape unless something really going on with you and you don't want the world to know, which is okay too. That's okay. We're not judging. We just miss you. We miss you. Okay, so the reason why this is trending is because he is not happy, y'all. Really. He's not happy, y'all. Because his friend, comedian Pauly Shore, come on, Pauly now, is playing him in a movie called The Jester. And that movie is premiering in Park City at Sundance. And so he's like, first of all, I didn't tell you you can play me. So it's an unauthorized portrayal of the fitness guru. In fact, Richard says he displayed his dislike for this whole thing in the statement via his rep. Richard and I are not endorsing this project. It is unauthorized. The rep goes on to say, they spoke with Pauly last year telling Pauly Richard isn't ready to tell his story. Now, Pauly Shore and the people, the producers and everybody over at the Jesters, shame on you. Leave that man alone. He's happy. He just want to live in peace. He don't want to be bothered by us fans. He don't want to be bothered with your nonsense. I know you a fan and I know you love Richard Simmons. We all do. But dude, the man wants to be left alone. Can we just leave him alone? Pauly goes on to say that his portrayal of him is not, being disrespectful for whatever. He goes on to say, I love him. I love what he represents. He is such a great character. Okay, first of all, he's not a character. Okay, he's a person. That's his personality. I think that's where you're going wrong here, Pauly. Okay, this is Richard's life. And you did not have permission to commission this performance. And I know that you're trying to bring up Richard as you bringing yourself back into the limelight, which is all good. But how about this, Pauly? With all due respect, stop making crappy movies. Let's face it, your track record has not been the best. And I don't think this is going to be any good either, given your track record. Okay? So he goes on to say, It'd be a good opportunity for me to get back out there as well as Richard. People miss me and they miss him. Okay? So the 75-year-old king of fitness wants to live his life in peace, in quiet. Okay? And you know whatever issue he got going on health-wise, mental health-wise, is none of our business. And we should respect that. Pauly, I'll be pissed too. Especially if you tell me about this project and I tell you that's not a good idea. And you go ahead and do it anyway. What kind of friend is that? Come on. Just go get you a project that's not crappy, Pauly. But you don't have the best track record. You don't. Anyway. So that's what's going on with Richard Simmons. Y'all, leave that man alone. And I know some of y'all be out there, and I want to say a YouTuber, and shout out to Scott on Tape, because I love that man. That's one of my favorite YouTube channels. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description box. Baby, you be getting it on. I mean, Scott be on it. On it. And even he respect Richard Simmons when he did his tribute to Richard Simmons. He didn't bother the man. He was just saying, you know, he don't want to be bothered. He didn't go out and make a movie. He didn't go up and knock on the door. Shout out to you, Scott. Love you. Keep it up. Keep all those videos coming, boy. We love you over here at Sunny LaRue. But y'all tell me what you think of this story. I mean, do we really care about Richard Simmons at this point? I think so. I think he's trending because nobody's seen him in years. I mean, it's been more than a decade since we last seen him. And the last time I seen him was on Howard Stern, when Howard Stern was being cruel and mean to him. And you know you were, Howard. I love you, but let's keep it real. A spade is a spade and it's black. You were being kind of cruel to him. And it was so bad that Howard made Richard cry. And as he was running out of the studio crying and everything, I mean, come on. What is this, y'all? What is this all about? Richard's like, I had enough. I had enough of you, Howard. I have enough of you, Pauly. I had enough of you large women trying to get at me. I had enough. I had enough of you people questioning what I am, who I am, why I am. I had enough. I got my money. I got my house. I got my shades, my blackout shades. Y'all fans, go. Just go. Kick rocks. Bye. He's happy. And if I had Richard Simmons money, I'll be a effing hermit too. I'll be on permanent lockdown. Y'all would never hear from me. Well, that wouldn't be fun, because then we wouldn't be able to talk to each other. But I'm sure you feel the same at times, where you get around people that you just don't want to be bothered with, right? Y'all don't want to be bothered with. And you're thinking, now if I had the money, I will buy me a house in Norway, all the way up there in Santa Claus Village. And it does exist. It's the furthest northern city in Norway, where you can see the northern lights and you can live in an igloo. We all have that moment. We all have that moment. Unfortunately for Richard Simmons and for us, he's having that moment for the rest of his existence, right? So he's not going to come out behind those blackout curtains, y'all. He ain't going to come out and say, peekaboo. Pauly, maybe you should just go and find a movie that is not a flop. Leave your friend alone. Respect his wishes. Stop talking about the man. Leave him alone. You got the jester. It's going to flop because all your stuff flops. And that's the truth. A spade is a spade and it's black. It is. And that's the cards we're dealt with. But you guys let me know what you think of this story. Do you even know who Richard Simmons is? And if you do you care? Will you go see the jester? Are you a Pauly Shore fan? Let me know down in the comment section below. Let's continue this conversation. And as always, my little lambs, I am working hard to bring you the latest stories that are trending, interesting, intriguing, and just downright delicious. So I got to get back at it. I will see you on the next one. Bye.